In today's video, we're going to talk about my electric company increasing my electricity rate to 81.6 cents per kilowatt hour. Let's talk about it. Every January, my electric company releases the updated prices for the year. And typically they increase just by a few cents. However, today, whenever I got an email message saying these are the new rates and I logged in to check it out, my mind was blown. Let's take a look at it. I live in California and my electric company is SDG&E. They've got a couple of different pricing plans for people that have solar and electric cars. So those are the plans that I'm just going to look at because that's what I have. And so if you live in California and you have these electric car and solar plans, then maybe you should look at this to see if you're losing money or earning money this year. The pricing plan that I'm on is the EVTOU 5 pricing plan. And it's broken into two different tiers or two different times of the year as far as the prices are concerned. We've got winter and summer, and then it has the dates here, November 1st to May 31st for the winter, and then the summer is June 1st to October 31st. Right now, we're in the winter. It's January 2023, and here are the winter prices. Now, typically these prices are cheaper than the summer. There's less sun in the winter. And then when the summer comes, we do get more sun. So whenever we do sell back that excess solar, we have a lot more that we sell back. But here we are, the winter prices. Again, we, three different tiers, if you will, time of use, depending on when we're using power. So midnight to 6 a.m. is 14.5 cents. This used to be 10 cents. I'll bring up a separate spreadsheet later to show you what it used to be. And then, in March and April, they've got this in the middle of the day. You get super off peak between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. It actually hurts me because at that time, because of my stored solar power that I have in my Tesla Powerwalls, I sell that back typically at the peak prices. However, during this time, I'll be selling it back at a much lower price. Then off peak, which it sounds great, but it's not. Look at this, 44.8 cents. Peak, 51.1 cents. And then every month I've got a basic fee of $16. I overproduce, so this is typically covered. However, if you don't have solar and you don't have Tesla batteries, your power bill is going to increase significantly, especially if you're a crypto miner and trying to take advantage of these time of use plans. Now what I'll do is the absolutely gross pricing for the summer. 81.6 cents on peak from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's when everyone's getting off of work. That's when everyone's typically using power. If you don't have Tesla Powerwalls during this time, because the sun typically will stop, depending on how you have your solar panels set up. Mine typically stops producing solar between 5 and 6 p.m. So if I did not have the Tesla Powerwalls with the stored power, all that I was selling back at 48.1 cents, I'm buying power at 81.6 cents. So everything that I've done is for nothing. If nothing else, I probably would have a power bill every month. But look at this, 15.4 cents for super off peak. Again, these are the times. 48.1 cents for off peak and 81.6 cents for on peak. Again, these prices took effect January 1st, 2023. It's January 6th, 2023. This is crazy. I feel so bad for people that do not have solar and do not have Tesla Powerwalls to really offset these price increases. 81.6 cents per kilowatt hour? That's nuts. That's crazy. Okay, so what I want to do now is I've created an Excel spreadsheet to compare the prices that I was paying in the 2022 prices to these new 2023 prices to see if I'm making more money or losing money based on me selling all my excess solar back to the grid. Let's look at it. Here is a quick little Excel spreadsheet I put together to kind of do the calculations based off of 2022's electric prices versus 2023's. The brown that I have right here in this color is the 2022 prices. And I took one typical day in 2022 and just put that in to show you what I would have paid 2022 prices versus 2023. So based off of the prices, I will do better with the new pricing structure. I've made, if you will, what, about $1 more than I would with the 2022 prices, because I've got the purple, that's the 2023 prices, and then the brown, the 2022. But what I want to do is just, this negative means that's what I sold back to the grid. So here in the super off-peak, that's me buying power from the grid. And then during the off-peak and peak, because I have those Tesla Powerwalls, selling that power back to the grid with my excess solar, this negative just means that that's when they're buying that back from me. So, negative 80. And then again, during peak, that's when the sun is really not producing based on where my solar panels are. I'm not really selling a whole lot back to the grid because of where the positioning of my solar panels are. But let me just take this negative off as if I didn't have solar and I didn't have Tesla Powerwalls to see what this power bill would be. Let me do that real quick. This little test is a complete hypothetical scenario because I'm going to have to be doing some guessing on what my power usage would be during each period without the Powerwalls and solar, and I've gotten so used to that. So I'm going to do the best that I can with the guesstimates. If I had no solar and no Powerwalls, what would my daily bill look like? Let's look at it. Okay, so here we are in that hypothetical situation, and I believe I got it pretty close because this is what the power bill was before adding solar years ago. This was a typical day, super off peak, around 90K. Again, the house and the Teslas are charging during that time. That's why it's using so much power. Then the off peak, running the pool during that time, doing its maintenance, and then normal house usage. And then peak time is where the pool's not running, the car's not charging. It's just kind of normal house usage. But look at the daily difference. It's almost $10. It's actually what, $9? It's not almost $10. Let's just call it $10. $9. Anyway, and then look at the monthly total. My monthly total without solar, without Powerwalls, would be around $942 a month. With this new price increase that's happened from 2022 to now, it would be a price increase of $269.91. That is insane. That is crazy. And I just can't imagine that percentage increase and how that's really affecting people with everything that we're going through in the world. This is like the last thing we need is some sort of price increase like this. So hopefully they look at this and readjust this back because this was too much. So there we have it. The new pricing plans with the electric company, 81 cents. Unbelievable. If you live in California and you have SDG&E or some of these other companies, check your pricing plans to see what sort of adjustments you may need to make because this is a pretty substantial increase. 81 cents.